Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo, and welcome to my scrapbook table. This layout is for day 20 of Scraptember, and the prompt for today is selfie. So my husband and I took a selfie at an event we were at recently, and that's part of what is on this page. I have 6 photos. They were printed as 3x4s, and then I trimmed most of them down a little bit. So there's our selfie. I have this black cardstock, and I am trying out Distress Spritz. I have peacock feathers, worn lipstick, uncharted mariner, and twisted citron. And I had done these swatches on white and black the day or two before I created this layout. There's the worn lipstick. Nope, there we go. Peacock feathers and twisted citron. It looks so different. Yes. So the first background that I made, I used too much spritz because it was rubbing off on my hands even after it sat overnight. So I wasn't sure what was causing that, so I emailed the company because I know in the video that I watched, they specifically said that the shine did not rub off on your hands. And because I didn't know if maybe it was the paper, because it was a decent black cardstock. And they suggested that I had probably used too much. And I'm convinced that that was the case. I just used too much. And so what you see here is not what I end up using. I created another one with, still has this pretty color, but I did not use nearly as much. And it is not, I'm sitting here right now rubbing my finger over it. It is not rubbing off on my fingers, so I'm glad about that. So I had just used too much. So I cut 2 pieces of paper to be a layered mat. They're just a little bit bigger than the photo, which is matted in white, a very tiny border of white. And I'm distressing them with my tool from MK's Shop Some Assemblage Required, which I just love this tool. Get rid of the little bits there. And at this point, I was still working on this at a crop I attended, and I didn't get to finish it there because of the background not being dry. So you'll see soon that I switched and my table looks different. So there I just tilted these a bit to have a little bit of an interesting mat behind them. And while the blue doesn't show up much, it does show up, and I like it in the final layout. Let's see. And here is the switch. So now I've created another one, and this has much less of the spray on it. And I had already put a little bit of tape behind here to try to help me get this straight. I am not good at getting these down nice and straight when I want to have a little thin border along the outside edge. So I just trimmed the black down to 11.5 inches square, and it's on a piece of white from Creative Memories packaging. So both of these papers are thin-ish, so together they make it a nice background. And now I'm thinking about where I want to put them. I have these fireworks photos. It was an amazing fireworks display, and I decided to use those as a base for my title. And I don't know what made me think of that, but I'm so glad that I did because I really like how that turned out. And this event was actually at a park right down the road from us. Every Labor Day weekend, our town puts on Summer Sunset Blast, and there's music, there are food trucks, there are inflatables and games for kids. Entry is free. Of course, you buy the food and things if you want, but everything, like the music, the fireworks show, that's all just free for the community. And so on Saturday night, Dan and I walked down to the park and listened to a Journey tribute band. And it just amazes me how music can transport you back in time to when you were a teenager. And that's what this did. It was a beautiful evening, and we really enjoyed sitting there watching that, or listening to that. And then the next night we drove down, and Emily went with us, and we watched the fireworks show, which was amazing. And I'm using 2 stamp sets that I picked up off the sale table at a crop I was attending. The tags, I don't know what that stamp set's called. Let me see. I have it here. It's from a company called Autumn Leaves, and it's just called Doodle Tagged. It's from 2007, so you probably can't find that anymore. And the other one is a Close to My Heart camera set. And so I just stamped those, cut them out, and those are serving as bases for journaling and embellishment clusters. I wanted some hearts on here, and so I pulled out, I had looked through some other things and I wasn't finding what I want, and I happened upon this Cocoa Vanilla Storyteller chipboard, and the colors of the hearts work with the colors in the photos. So that's what I went with. And I decided 2 of these cameras I'm going to pop up on some fun foam to give them a little bit more presence. And I used some word stamps from the camera set, also Snap, Click, and Smile. I also had one out stamped out that said Photo Op, but I ended up not having the right place to put that. It was a little bigger than the others, and it just didn't seem to fit. And now I'm putting this, I'm pretty sure this title is from Vicky Bouton's Storyteller collection. I could be wrong. It's a foam title, and I'm just putting it on top of the fireworks pictures, because you can still clearly see that they're fireworks, but the black title shows up nicely on it. And here I'm thinking about, where do I want those? Sorry, my head got in the way a little bit. These stick down so nicely. I was debating, do I want one more at the top? Nope, there it goes. And there was a little heart with that title, and I just nestle it in there above the word love. And now I do some journaling, and it's just about going down to the park and the band and the fireworks. And then I decided it's time for some gems. And I didn't have you watch me do all of that. I used 2 different packs. One is from a company called Buttons Galore and More. And it's the Ocean Waves pack. That's the clear ones that I used. And then some from Pink Fresh Studio, Metallic Pearls, Sparkling Champagne. I also used a little bit of copper paint, and it was just paint from Hobby Lobby, like craft paint. And then I went in with each of the distress spritzes and I didn't spray it. I used the spray little thingy and dabbed on some larger dots, which you can see in some of these close-ups. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day. Bye.